my 4-month absence from social media. Let me explain. August. I had a goal in August of putting out 4 videos each week for all of you. I accomplished that. That brought my advertising revenue, you know, those terrible ads that get plastered over my videos that's supposed to help fund filming. My ad revenue went from $150 to $250, round numbers. Wow, $100 extra? 4 videos each week is a full-time job. I spent a lot of time in August getting those videos put out for everyone. And the return was an extra $100 and a few more views. But, you know what happens? The more people that see my videos, the more YouTube starts looking at it. So they bagged a video from 7 years ago for a copyright violation for a music playing in the background in the shop. 2 of my videos had the ad revenue taken away and redirected to the song copyright owner. That means I make 0 off that video. And if there's no ads on a video where there's music in the background in the shop and the copyright holder comes forth, they can put advertisements on my video. So you just can't get ahead. How am I supposed to feed my family on $250 a month? Can you feed yourself for $250 a month? Nah, I didn't think so. August was another interesting month in that I had more of you write comments and write emails to me telling me of the thousands of dollars you saved working on your bike by viewing my videos. And each one of you that sent those comments in, I thanked and suggested you make a PayPal donation if I saved you a few bucks. In August, I got 1 PayPal donation. 1. And it wasn't anything to do with any of those people. It was a gentleman in California who consumed 5.5 hours of a phone call and was gracious enough to compensate for that. Thank you, Bill. Time on the phone is not one of my favorite things to do, and a lengthy call like that usually puts me in a couple of day funk where my head hurts. It's too much time on the telephone at one time. This also led to numerous emails and other phone calls and discussions about real estate and location and life in Maine and all of these things, which further detracted from my time of getting this shop set up. So good things come with sharp edges sometimes, oftentimes. So I've been busy setting the shop up. I haven't had time to produce videos. I've been filming this whole time. There's an incredible amount of material I've filmed and a number of motorcycles I've worked on. In fact, I'm standing in front of 12 machines now, most of which are BMWs. These are all things I have to work on this winter, that I'm looking forward to working on this winter and beginning my video series in earnest. The video series of everything in my head about BMW motorcycles. I will show you all the things that I know as the show goes on. But the show has to get started. And I can't start it when I'm struggling to feed my family because I'm not making enough from ad revenue, but I'm devoting 100% of my time to the production of videos. I don't have a business anymore. I'm not a shop. I'm not a shop open to the general public. My family graciously decided a while back that it's okay for Dad to devote the rest of his days to filming everything that he knows because he's got a wealth of knowledge and people want to know. So that's what I'm doing. I'm spending my final days trying to film everything that I know for you. I'm not making DVDs. I'm not selling some huge library. I'm trying to give this information away for free. But there's a cost associated with this. There's a cost involved in producing all of this. And a big part of that cost is covering the daily expenses. If I can't cover the daily expenses, I got to go do something else where you can. And if that something else has to happen, that takes away from the video, and then this whole dream of giving all of my knowledge to the BMW community is gone. And then what's left? Bruno's dead, as I've mentioned, along with all of his knowledge. Several others of my friends in the motorcycle industry and other industries I've worked in are all dead. In their 50s. Younger than me. Many of them. How much time is left? This project can't even go forward until my shop is wrapped up here, insulated, wall covering, because that's another layer of insulation. It's sparse enough in here. It's only a 2x4 constructed building when it really should have been 2x12. The insulation's this thick when it really ought to be that thick. I really should have a 1-inch rubber floor in here to keep the cold from coming up, because I'm standing here in snow boots and wool socks on top of a carpet, and my feet are still cold even though the wood stove is nice and toasty. Shop needs to be set up for me to show all of you what I want to show you. But I can't start the series until I'm all settled in here. We've been here a year now. And that year has been a struggle of keeping warm with green wood, because we were late in the season last year, and to little home problems and lack of finances. I'm very lucky. I've had friends who have helped us out. My parents have helped out. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Without them, we wouldn't be doing this right now, and you wouldn't be looking at the background that you're looking at. Thank you. So I stayed away from YouTube because I just couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford the time. Someone mentioned a while back that there'll be a point where you won't be able to reply to everyone's comments anymore because there'll be too many. I said then, I hope that never happens. And it happened. It happened because I just got so overwhelmed with trying to cover the expenses while still videoing. You can't get there easily that way. So I took a break from YouTube. It's been 4 months now, and that has allowed me time to insulate the shop, start putting up some panels, because I can't organize the tools until I got the wallboard behind it. You start slamming stuff on shelves, you're poking hole in insulation and everything else, and I can't exactly hang my tools on insulation. Warmer in here now. Still cold because of the floor. Still cold because of drafty single pane windows. It's much warmer in here though, and it holds the heat longer. Break from YouTube. 4-month break from YouTube. Of course, I took the 4-month break from Facebook. Wow, what a relief. What a relief. Facebook is about 95% of the questions I receive, from technical questions to can you work on my motorcycle to where are you? A lot of questions through Facebook. You know how much revenue comes from Facebook? 0. I don't see a dime from Facebook. I don't advertise on Facebook. I have nothing. I don't even like Facebook. Facebook is an evil freaking thing. If people are not yet aware that all of your information that you give to Facebook and other social media sources, all of that information is going to be used against you in the near future. All that data is collected. You read about AIs, artificial intelligence, and all of these things that Facebook is using, and Facebook's going to be able to type your messages before you even think them. People, pay attention. I'll be getting into a lot of these things in my Patreon channel. It's not good. I don't use Facebook very much, but for promoting my videos. When I make a new video, I'll promote it on Facebook so a few more of you can see it. But here's another interesting little tidbit. I did a test this past summer where instead of putting my notice on Facebook that I have a new YouTube video up right away, I put the video on YouTube and not mention it on Facebook for 3 days. So I'd watch my YouTube video and you'd end up, let's say 1,200 of you viewed it on YouTube. And then I'd go and I'd post the link on Facebook and promote it on my Facebook page. And then go back and look at the views. And maybe there's an extra 30, 1,200 to 1,230. So if Facebook is 95% of the questions that I receive and 0 revenue, and I only get 30 extra views, what am I doing on Facebook? Doesn't seem like a good idea to me. It certainly hasn't been beneficial in the financial end of things. So I had a nice 4-month break, which allowed me to do a lot more in the shop and to begin unpacking my tools. I'm not there yet, but I can finally almost put my hands on everything that I need. And here it is, Christmas Eve, and I gotta go. So that's the short story of the 4-month hiatus. If you can ever afford to get the hell away from social media yourself for an extended period of time, try it for a week. No Facebook, no Instagram, no none of that, none of that, none of that. Just go in the woods and have nature. Try it. Wonderful. Good for the head. So long.